everyone. It's great to see you all here. I am Faith Yusko. I'm a former camp director here. I'm a teacher, and I'm also a world pun champion. It's not a joke, that's the truth. So I'm here to hit you with some camp puns, and really I'm here to debunk any myths about 4-H. If you take a look at the rec field, you can see that we're in for a weekend that will be intense. When you first arrive, I'm sure you saw our beautiful farm. Our agriculture educators are outstanding in their field. They'd love to have you come by and say, hey, bring your family to see the goats and the kids will love it. Go to see the chickens, but please refrain from using foul language in their presence. They are an excellent addition to our farm. You may have also seen our horses. I highly recommend visiting them during the day so that you can avoid any nightmares. Was that my best joke? Nay, but someone bet me that I wouldn't make it. Now they'll have to pony up. Many folks don't realize this, but our farm also gets frequent visitors from the Cornell mathematicians. You may think that they're there to see the animals, but actually they're protractors. We have 144 acres of land here, stretching from the farm to our beautiful beach. I have plenty of sound arguments for you when it comes to making the trip down there, and I promise not to bluff. Your opinion on the beach may flip-flop from time to time, but when you're down there, I doubt you'll be crabby. Our lifeguards are not shellfish, and they're happy to help you and your family have some fun in the sun. So please, don't waste your time sanding text messages or sunscreening your calls. Take a time to enjoy the beauty of Long Island, okay? Take a time to contemplate those big questions like, what is the purpose of it all? And did we not wind up here by destiny, or is it all just a fluke? Well, I'm not certain that you'll find all those answers down there, but will I give it a try? Sure. Of course, we have plenty of woodlands here around us. The city or the suburbs don't give you that same refreshing feeling that the wild would. Wildwood? Okay. Take your kids out on a nature walk. They'll have a terrific time branching out, and maybe they'll even go out on a limb. There's some unbelievable views to see here at 4-H. And especially, you can enjoy the trees now because tomorrow is the start of September. I know that was a corny joke, but just don't bark at me if you didn't enjoy it. Take a second to visit our archery pit. I promise that you'll be part of their target audience. Maybe swing by the ropes course. If you aren't impressed right away, you may just be having a delayed reaction. Our climbing wall will rock your world, but only if you're bolder than those who won't give it a try. Some of you may be more drawn towards doing arts and crafts. The activities are tie-dye for, and our staff isn't sketchy at all. They've gone to painstaking efforts to make sure you're going to have a good time and to get those creative juices flowing. And if you're more into music, don't fret. We have that too. According to the schedule, there's so many opportunities for song, so take note. Taps into that skill if you have it. We're here to drum up some support for anyone who wants to play at Council Fire because we want the evening to be lit. Maybe we can even match up folks who want to perform because they will be instrumental in bringing this evening program forward. Finally, I'm certainly fired up for the Centennial, and I know we'll have some more opportunities for fun and laughter as the weekend goes on. I know that the youth will participate fully, but can teens? The truth is, we all can. So thank you for calling all of us together to come here and welcome us to part of this celebration. I hope you have a pun-believable weekend. Thank you. And here's Colin again.
Punderdome world champion in our midst, okay? That's some pretty good stuff. Thank you very much, Faith. We really appreciate that. And what is camp without a slight icebreaker? On a slightly more serious note, speech one of many for this weekend. You will get sick of hearing from me, I promise. But I just want to welcome everyone to the Centennial Celebration at Dorothy P. Flint 4-H Camp. Today we stand on the shoulders of giants, reflecting on a century of dedication, passion, and unyielding commitment to nurturing the hearts and minds of our young people. 100 years, a full century of memories, laughter, learning, and growth. What an extraordinary milestone. Really pumped. As we gather here today, we are not just celebrating the passage of time, we are honoring a legacy that has been carefully woven through the efforts of countless individuals. From the counselors who sparked the imaginations of young campers, to the directors sitting here with us today, who guided camp through so many seasons, to the families who have entrusted us with their most precious gift, their children. Each and every one of you has played a vital role in making DPF 4-H camp the remarkable place it is today. It is said that it takes a village, and if you know me, it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a city to raise that village. And that is exactly what we have done here. Welcoming all of you back to the table, we have built a community, a city of sorts, to where the values of respect, responsibility, and resilience are instilled in every camper who walks through our gates. It is though this shared effort that we have not only survived, but thrived for 100 years. Because the first of our 4-H camping network, we are the first to reach this milestone. Today, as we look back on the countless lives that have been touched by this camp, we also look forward to the future with hope and excitement. The foundation that we have laid is very strong, but it is the future generations, those who will carry our torch forward. Those who continue to build upon our legacy that we have set, and we are setting today. Together, we will ensure that Dorothy P. Flint 4-H Camp remains a beacon of learning, growth, and joy for the next 100 years. So let us celebrate today, not just the history that brought us here, but the future that lies ahead. To all of you who have contributed to this incredible journey, from the bottom of our hearts, and my heart specifically, thank you guys for making a place that I know and love. Here is to the past, the present, and the future of Dorothy P. Flint 4-H Camp, and may the next century be as bright and as full of promise as the first. Thank you all, and at this time, I'm trying to jump over the clapping part. Thank you guys very much for being here. It is my joy to welcome up Andy Turner. I'll let him introduce himself. He's there. Who is Andy Turner, might you ask? You're gonna find out. Thanks, Andy.
About the same height as Colin, so I can use the same mic here. Welcome, everyone. It's great to see you all. So I'm Andy Turner. I'm the Associate Dean and Director of Cornell Cooperative Extension for New York State. I'm here from Cornell to welcome you and to offer Cornell support, celebration, appreciation for this amazing place in New York State. One of the most special and beautiful, incredible places we have in our Cornell Cooperative Extension all across the state of New York. I'm really excited to be here to share just a few thoughts with you all, mainly just to say thank you to all of the staff, all the volunteers, the whole team here at Cornell Cooperative Extension, Nassau County, that's continuing this legacy, moving it forward with incredible amount of energy, passion. It takes a lot of people to make 4-H camps work. It takes a really lot of people to make them work for 100 years. So why don't we do another round of applause for all those individuals who have helped make this happen. I've been with Cornell Cooperative Extension for 35 years. I've been now the director for 10 months, almost 10 months, and I have a long history of great thoughts about this place here. One of the first places I went as a young 4-H staff member in Rockland County, not too far away, was a visit out here for a staff training at Dorothy P. Flint, and I was absolutely blown away by this place and by the special nature of it and the spirit of it. The people are really what makes that happen. Reading the history, I was amazed to learn a little bit more. I thought I knew the history, but learning a little bit more about people like George Burkhart, who helped to plant the trees, had some of the early vision here, I believe built some of the buildings that are still standing. I did not know George Burkhart. I was born in 1966, but I've known other people in 4-H in New York State very much like him, who have a dream, have a vision, have a passion, and want to see a special place like this carry on for future generations. That's what's happening here. And of course, Dorothy P. Flint, an amazing, amazing person, 47 years working for 4-H and Cornell Cooperative Extension. That's absolutely mind-blowing. I do know people who worked with Dorothy P. Flint, so I feel a connection to both of them and the kind of legacy they have left here. And we have other examples of that across New York State, so it's really exciting to see all of you here to support this and carry it forward. Just a couple of questions for you all. How many 4-H Dorothy Flint Camp alumni are here in the room? Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Are there other 4-H alum who are here who are, say that again? Anyone else from other parts of 4-H and other parts of New York State or other connections to? Anybody from that went to Cornell here? All right, awesome, awesome. So I thought it might be fun just to remind us, and I was inspired by reading this again, the goals of the 4-H camping program: to teach self-reliance, perseverance, cooperation, self-discipline, and an appreciation of nature and leadership skills. And I believe this was written back in the 60s or 70s. And what an awesome way to think about the work we're all doing and the reason we're all doing it. So just to finish up, I wondered if it might be fun, Colin, if everyone would be interested in doing the 4-H pledge. Why not? Yeah? Stand up. Everybody stand up. Okay, so again, if you don't know it, just know the H's: head, heart, hands, and health. You can jump in there. But again, the 4-H pledge has been around probably about 100 years as well, if not more. And I think it still speaks incredibly well to what we need in our communities, in our country, in our world. So let's do this together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I pledge my head, greater thinking; my heart, to greater loyalty; my hands, to larger service; and my health, to better living. For my club, my community, my country, and my world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Andy. All right, I do just want to share one quick more story, almost a Vesper, but not quite, teachings of my legacy and upbringing in camp. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Oxford tree scenario, the Oxford University in England. Does anybody know this story? No? So, the Oxford University, they had these wonderful, beautiful library. They have one of the most beautiful libraries in the world. On top of that building and on that roof, there are these great, mighty oaks. There are these oaks that have been there throughout the test of time. These monstrous trees that no longer exist out in the world. And a few years ago, about 8 or 9, sawdust started to fall towards the ground. The beams were deteriorating. The students there had to vacate. The university had no idea what they were going to do. They were questioning if they were going to have to close one of the most beautiful libraries in the world, never to be seen again. It was at this time they got a mysterious phone call from a farmer way up north, almost in Canada, who said, "Hey, your trees are ready for pickup." They're like, "What do you mean our trees are ready for pickup? We didn't even order trees. How'd you guys know we were having a tree problem? How'd you guys know we need these big beams that we couldn't find in England anymore?" Someone said, "We set up a legacy program. There's a foundation for this. Someone 100 years ago planted trees. They planted their seed. They planted their oak." And I'm going to keep this Vesper nice and short because I could keep it running on. But basically, the legacy